This video has two segments, the first of which is me talking about the Schwinn Boundary Electric and why I have a second one a year after I reviewed the first. And second, I want to talk about Schwinn support. If you didn't know, Pacific Cycle is the holder of both the Schwinn and the Mongoose brands, and I'll get to that. Let's cover this Boundary Electric first. And trust me, this ties in with the support call, so hang in there. Or if you want to skip just to the support section, I'll put a timestamp on your screen. Still here? Okay, let's talk Boundary Electric and why I have a new Boundary Electric. The same bike that I reviewed a year ago. I'll put a link to that review down in the description. Well, one word gets us here, and that word is miscommunication. Recently, I was talking about available bikes with Schwinn while simultaneously surfing the Walmart website looking at what was available there. I came across this, the Schwinn 26-inch Boundary Electric, sort of an old school looking bike design, old school in the e-bike world being of course about 2 years. This has a water bottle battery and so on. So I mentioned, and this is where the miscommunication comes in, I'm thinking in terms of this is new to me, as in I haven't seen this before. My Schwinn contact is thinking more logically. He says new Boundary Electric, so that means the latest Boundary Electric model, and that gets us here. With a brand new Schwinn Boundary Electric 29er, the same model I have already reviewed. Again, link down in the description, but the problem here, that's on me. Poor clarification, but it turns out to be for the better. This bike is getting donated, so it will be donated as a literally brand new bike. I also checked this over to make sure there haven't been any tweaks since I reviewed it last year, and I don't see any. But I've learned that 100,000 plus sets of eyes are better than my 2, and there are some super keen-eyed KevCentral viewers, and every now and then, a viewer will spot something that I missed. So I'm going to pan around as I talk and let you look this over, so be sure if you see anything that I didn't notice, comment with it. As I've mentioned, I have missed things, and recently, as in my very last video, I had 3 viewers point out something about the Impasse Dual that I missed. I have another video coming on that. So for now, just check out this Boundary and make sure we have a consensus that it is the exact same bike as it was last year. I'm so confident we're going to be in agreement. I'm not even going to ride this. It will have the same ranges, the same rides, speeds, and all that. Watch the review, again, if you haven't seen it. There is one thing though, an issue that led me to contact Schwinn support, or should I say Pacific Cycle support. And that's when I tried to turn the bike on and nothing happened. Nothing as in literally nothing. No matter what button I press, even when I tried to turn the battery on, no solid green light, no flashing red light, no lights at all. So I think the battery might be dead. I plug it up to the charger and the charger instantly goes to a solid green light, which means charged. I checked the battery after 30 minutes, nothing, still no lights. I go get a second charger, I had an identical charger, even that didn't work. Went to a solid green light, no battery charging, because the battery is indicating already charged, at least to the charger. And that led to my call with Schwinn support. From the number I got off the bike's included paperwork. It had a support number and a contact email address, look at this, at Pacific Cycle, and hours of support. 7 a.m. Central Time, which is my time zone, and I called at 7:08 a.m., really early. A little background information here. I've had an excellent experience with just about every bike I've ever purchased or reviewed from Schwinn or Mongoose, or really any other brand sold at Walmart. A good track record. I can count on one hand the number of times that I've had to reach out to support. It's just not many. As a matter of fact, the last time I can remember having to call support was back in the XR Pro days, back in the earliest of the XR Pro videos. I think that says more about the overall consistency of quality with the bikes than with support, but my experience with both has been pleasant, and I've been through a lot of bikes. What I'm getting at here is that it's been a while, and more importantly, I haven't had a lot of experience with support, so I wanted to reach out as a customer and see what support was like. No special treatment here. As far as support is concerned, I'm not a review channel. I'm just some person with an issue with their new bike. So what happened? Alright, here's the play-by-play. It took less than a minute for me to get an actual person. And in that minute, a recorded message played telling me to have the model number and the manufacturer date code handy and where to find it on the bike. I was then sent to a customer service representative, and she asked for that information right away. I gave it to her, and she pulled up the specific model of bike that I have and asked what my problem is. I told her it wouldn't power up, and I went through all the steps that I'd tried and asked if maybe I'm missing some obvious step. Again, she doesn't know that I'm a YouTube channel reviewer that reviews bikes. I'm just the average customer calling in. She verified that it should work given the steps that I'd taken and put me on hold for less than a minute. When she came back, she said that there were no other steps, that everything I had done should have yielded results. I was then told she's already in the process of ordering a replacement battery, and it's going to be sent along with a new charger just in case. And again, I'll point out at this point in the call, I'm just the average customer, no special reviewer treatment or anything like that. I'm getting the full customer experience, and I like that there was no hassle, no jumping through hoops, having to hunt down receipts. I've had companies ask for the barcode on a box long discarded before, so this was a nice experience. It was at this point I was asked for my address and an email address so they could send tracking information, and that's when KevCentral came up, which led to a few minutes of pleasant conversation about cycling, bikes, reviewing bikes, and so on. I started the call at 7:08 a.m. and I was off the call. I'm not sure exactly what time, but it was before 7:23 a.m. because that's when I received the email letting me know the replacement battery was being processed. At 11:01 a.m., I received tracking information. Per tracking, I'm getting the battery on Monday. Today is Friday. That is impressive and a pleasant experience. Now, obviously, getting a new e-bike and having an issue with the battery that requires a replacement is not ideal. That means an extra 3 days before theoretically I could ride the bike, at least under power. That would be frustrating as a consumer. But I've reviewed many e-bikes, many Schwinn e-bikes, and this is the first time that I've had a DOA battery. Looking for the silver lining here, that does speak well for overall quality and consistency across the board for, well, really every e-bike that I've reviewed thus far. And the fact that at least Schwinn Pacific Cycle is willing to make it right, not just with a new battery, but also with a new charger to ensure that a Schwinn rider is taken care of, that's pretty good. If I were to rate this customer service experience on a 5-star scale, I think this definitely deserves a full 5-star rating. And I wanted to share that because we live in an era where bad news is a lot easier to spread than good news. So here's some good news, some good support. Important because there's more to buying a bike than just getting the bike. There's initial quality, overall quality and experience, and often overlooked, but also as important as the bike itself, will the company that made it stand behind their product. I turn away brands because I don't have faith in their ability to service what they sell. With Schwinn, Mongoose, Pacific Cycle, I think we are in good hands. 5 stars, that's worth sharing. I'll follow up and let you know when I received the battery and how long it actually took. So check my upcoming community post and live streams to see if the rating changes. I expect 5 stars will hold. Comment below if you have any experience with Pacific Cycle support and if you spotted any changes on this new Boundary Electric. I look forward to seeing what you have to say, and as always, thanks for watching KevCentral. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it informative or helpful, and have a great day.